my name is David Gross. This training session will be about motivating employees, motivating them not only to be productive in their job functions, but to make them feel more empowered, to have them understand that they are important. We want everyone to genuinely know there is appreciation for that job well done. There is a lot of information to cover. The format will be PowerPoint with open discussion. There will be breakout groups, role play, and brainstorming sessions. These 4 objectives will be the focus of our training. There have been many theories on job dissatisfaction and employee motivation written over the years. I have selected the Herzberg two-factor theory published in 1959 for review. While not fully complete for the modern world, it does provoke interesting discussions based on its motivation versus hygiene factors. It has been noted throughout history there is a point where money alone is not sufficient to provide job satisfaction or motivation to an employee. The idea is to use this model as a starting point prompt for our brainstorming. The idea that employees are being lost voluntarily or even involuntarily due to any of the following: lack of motivation, stagnation, feelings of underappreciation, feelings of exclusion or bias are largely avoidable. The cost of hiring a new employee can be as high as 1.5 years' salary for the position being hired. When calculated, direct costs for advertisement, recruiting time spent reviewing resumes, interviewing, and onboarding will account for significant resources being expended. It is important to take preventative steps to retain those employees that are actually making the effort and putting in an honest day's work. There is virtue that should be acknowledged and appreciated. There are some things a manager can implement immediately to affect the daily workplace environment. Things like acknowledging when an employee exceeds expectations. Simply by publicly acknowledging that effort, it shows the manager is paying attention. It is rewarding for the employee, and it reinforces the behavior that is sought. Also note, acknowledgement that comes within 5 minutes of the behavior is most impactful. A recent poll of employees scored having autonomy over their job function as very satisfying and highly motivating. Also, please and thank you can go a long way to make the workplace more hospitable. There are few employees that like being barked at and ordered around like drones. Ultimately, at the conclusion of this training session, you will have the opportunity to develop and compose a formal employee motivation program. You will have 1 week from the end of the training day to complete and implement your program. There will be HR personnel available for help, and the program will need to be customized to your department and your employees. Keep in mind, there are a multitude of low-budget, high-impact rewards for motivation. There will be an exhaustive list of these potential rewards provided during the training for you to draw on when you develop your plan. The evaluation will take place at 90 days, 6 months, and 1 year from implementation. In a formal way, exit interviews will be included in questions to the new employee motivation plan. Random stay interviews will be being conducted, and employee turnover data will be evaluated for impact against the benchmark of previous employee turnover. This is a partial list of some of the low budget, big impact ideas. You can take a look at this, and there will be a handout coming out with the same items and a few more for you to draw from. So here is a big thank you. Motivation and positivity can be very contagious.